the Viper versus potentially either Art, either Leary. And it's gonna be Khosrau in red, Alexios in blue. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna set up the bet. Don't worry. And Vasco won the last one at the end of the day. I'm gonna set up the bet, guys. Who win? Alexios in blue. Khosrau in red. The bet is up. And Khosrau, you can see that Khosrau picked green actually. I really think Khosrau was Viper. Let's see if you confirm this, but I really see Khosrau being Viper. And remember, guys, if Jadwiga, my theory is Jadwiga trained with Vasco da Gama and with Alexios, and Jadwiga actually picked Saracen on this map and went for a fast castle. Khosrau choosing green, debating us. I mean, player likes to debate us. They likes to do so, but is it debating you? That's my question. Are you being debated by him right now? So Alexios Saracen. We saw then Mr. Jadwiga trying to go for a fast castle on this one. And my question is, will Alexios do the same or not? Smell bad loser in this chat? Guys, calm down, calm down. When is Saladin? Saladin confirmed? Viper confirmed? Okay, for now, both players are luring the boars. Oh, Doubt confirmed? No doubt. Doubt didn't kill the boar with the TC, guys. It's not Doubt. Not possible. And you know the good thing is that even if Doubt was on this stream by any chance, he cannot answer this. It's forbidden for answering this. He cannot give info publicly like who is who. Doubt confirmed? Then he didn't lose the will or the boar. Viper choosing green to make Leary think that he play against himself. I mean, if you watch the show match, William Wallace versus Tamerlane, actually, at one point Daniel said he was playing versus himself. He was trolling, of course, but that was funny. Khosrau. Let's see if it's Doubt. I mean, it's a GL player. It's a GL player. Like, maybe it could be Doubt. But do I see Viper cooking the Aztecs on island? I don't think so, guys. I'm not sure about that. Also, we are doing fish for Khosrau, and looks like Alexios is going for the fast castle up. Looks like Alexios is going for the same strategy as Jadwiga versus Otto the Great. It's gonna be FC for the Saracen player. By the way, during the show match, do you realize you were playing against Daniel? Yes, I did. I mean, playing versus Daniel is not something complicated to spot, right? Like when I had like a small advantage that was snowballing, starting to snowball, he was resigning right away. Let's say what Khosrau will go for, because he is facing a AFC. He doesn't know yet that it's an AFC. Spot anything? Don't know that it's a fast castle, sorry. So let's see what he go for. He will go for some account number camp. Will he go for some gold? Maybe he's expecting his opponent to be fishing on the other side. Like, he saw that he was not fishing side. We'll go the other side. So I can tell you Khosrau is expecting a dog there. I mean, maybe if you know that his practice partners was Jadwiga, maybe he's expecting a fast castle as well. Well, he just realized no dock. There was no dock. So let's see how he gonna adapt. Gonna go for a second dock. He wants to expand his fish advantage. I mean, why not? To expand his economy. Could be a nice dock there. And now he realized, I think. Now he saw Palisade. He saw the big Palisade on the other side. He realized that his opponent is going for Fast Castle. Now the question is, what do you do if you are Khosrau in this position? Yeah, he know that an FC. So the wall, he has to think like, oh, it has to be a Fast Castle. It's open, actually. Open, that could be you. Because if Khosrau managed to get in, he could be able to gather a ton of information about what is Alexios going for. Because Alexios is for now just clicking up. But will he go for a market blacksmith? Go for a stable? Will he go for a market stable? Like, who knows? Having this info for Khosrau could be crucial. It looks like he wants to take some stone. Maybe he wants to tower his ville. Maybe that's just a tower, actually. He wants to make. Forced Alexios to make a counter tower. And then Alexios won't be able to use its stone with Saracen. He won't be able to sell his stone as Saracen. And on the long run, this tower will scale really well. Because keep in mind that Korea gets a 3 tower upgrade, guys. So I actually like this plan for Khosrau. He's using his food bonus to the fish to go on stone a bit earlier than usual. Try to punish this fast castle, or at least force a tower from Alexios. Good job from Alexios though to take this gold in his wall, inside his wall. So he will be able to move to this goal in case things are getting spicy on the left. Well, he's still open by the way. Dot did the same thing, I believe. Yeah. You mean Saracen or Korea? I know Dot did the same thing with Korean. I mean, he went for this, but on Castle Age. Nice pathfinding. And yeah, this tower will basically force Komnenos to his own tower. And then I think Khosrau is pretty happy of that. Because then he will be able to... I know that Komnenos won't be able to add a TCs easily. Or won't be able to sell his stone in case Alexios is going into an all-in. I really like this tower. I hope he will not wall this one, but he can wall this one at least. Will he get a ville? No. Alexios being annoying with his scout. That's a nice move actually. Being annoying. And Khosrau noticing that his opponent is into a stable and pike as well. Oh yeah, no. That's an important info. And he's going into a galley actually. So he didn't expect his opponent to be on... Was expecting his opponent to maybe boom. Otherwise maybe a fire could have been a better choice. Maybe he will read a scout. That was a 50-50 and that was won by Khosrau. Dot and Leary are likely to practice. Yeah, for sure. Dot and Leary? No. Won't practice together. No, I think Dot and Leary won't practice together. Like, definitely not. I think Dot don't practice too much for the normal map. Dot likes to, like, test some strategies, but in case he's testing something, sorry, he definitely wants to test it with one member of his team. So at least, if it's a good one, which is the case 20% of the time, 10% of the time. Oh, I'm joking. Like, if it's a good one, at least, the worst thing is he's giving it to a teammate. That's the worst that can happen. Like Leary, even if they likes each other, like you still want to win, right? He's still part of GL, so he wants to help himself first and then his team if he can. So if he can too. I don't think he will practice with. You don't see that happen, or not often. Okay, first camel for Komnenos, exactly the same strat that Jadwiga did. Exactly the same strategy, and he's going to try to raid the fish once again with his camels. Nice fish position by Khosrau. And Khosrau is just aiming for Castle Age now. Where are his wheels? His forward wheels are still there, and actually he's denying this. I mean, I understand this TC idea by Komnenos. Like Komnenos wants to build this TC to be able to take off this, to destroy these towers, but actually when you are doing an FC, going for this type of TCs, like you don't have too much wheel working, and all your wheels that are trying to build this are getting poke non-stop, so they are not super efficient. And when you don't have like a lot of wheels, he's losing another one. He lost 3 wheels already. That's a lot. Oh, could this stoic 2 extra? That was close. Actually, I think doing this TC, I mean, as a third TC to take off this tower, why not? But a TC there should have been first option. And if he wants to push back, he goes for a Mangonel. I think just go for a Siege. Second TC, goes for a Ram or for a Mangonel. That should be good enough, right? Going for something like that is actually super easy. He wants to rush down the tower. I think Khosrau is super happy of this situation. Because that means he will be able to... I mean, that's some damage. That's some extra damage. Like, Divis might die though. If the Camels realize this build could die. And Khosrau knows it, and he will just wall in his builds to avoid the Camels from killing them. Second TC though for Alexios. Khosrau still a minute away from Castle Age. Some idle TC for Alexios. Alexios should be able to catch up on the wheel number by the time Khosrau is up, and at the end of the day, both players should have same economy. But maybe there will be some... Yeah, look at the difference of the resources collected. It's actually insane. Actually, 2k 500 resources difference. It's actually insane. Like, at 20 minutes, difference is... Like, Viper or Khosrau will be able to afford way more than his opponent, actually. Like, he's on stone, he's crushing his opponent, he's buying some wood to go for a 30C as soon as possible, and he still has this pressure onto Alexios' base. And I think Alexios should have maybe walled this, because now Khosrau will potentially, like, destroy this, could pressure his opponent by the back. And we saw that if the tower creep managed to expand, it can be so annoying for Alexios to deal with the tower creep. The tower creep is so annoying. Like, you have the +2, like doing Alexios. Is he going for a TCs? No, you cannot go for a TC versus a guard tower. There, oh, actually the arrow almost one-shotted this thing. Actually, I think that's not a bad idea to go for a defensive TC like that. But no, actually I think that's a terrible idea. I mean, on the short term, he's thinking like, okay, I need something to stop the tower creep from expanding into my base. I got this idea. But the problem gonna be like, what if Khosrau just add a Siege Workshop and a Monastery? He's gonna be able to push the TCs from Alexios being covered by his tower. That's actually what he's going for. And I'm actually really scared for Alexios. Like, a Mangonel push being covered by +2 guard tower from a Korea tower will be just so good. Oh! Look at this beauty. That's me when I'm going on a date. I look like this, like, hey guys, when I go on a date, I look like this. Sniping the monks. The second one going for the conversion, but actually he might be pushed back by the navy. Oh, the Den monks. Oh, that's way too good for Khosrau. The opening in this game is way too good for Khosrau. Now the push is going. I would like maybe an outpost or a second guard tower on this side too. We are taking a stone as well, which means in case Khosrau managed to deny this one with a turtle ship, for example, it could be very annoying for Komnenos because versus this type of push, not deleting it. Okay, he has faith into his turtle ship actually, not deleting it at all. While this one could have been a conversion. We are going for Ore Scholar. Look at Alexios' economic upgrade, guys. Double BDAX. No double BDAX. no horse collar, no wheelbarrow, nothing. Nothing. That maybe explain why there is that big of a difference on the resources collected. Like, nothing. Like, he's playing in Dark Age, literally. Like, he's literally playing in Dark Age. He's in Dark Age. Alexios is in Dark Age right now. No WDAX, no horse collar, and now Khosrau going for the forward castle. I don't think Zeus Tukamon will be able to deny this. Nice quick wall. I mean, he can steal Karizan in his tower if he wants to. A Mangonel is coming though. Ooh, doubt confirmed. But he know that the monks doesn't have any faith anymore because the morph just converted a Vil, so he know that he can just push forward with the turtle ship. The turtle ship should be able to one-shot the Mangonel. Oh, okay, that's a 1 Vil castle actually. That's actually a 1 Vil castle. Now, I mean, 1 Vil castle is a bit scary, not gonna lie. The turtle ship is such an hero. 4 kill already? 5 soon? Oh, he's going for it. No, don't go for it. His Vil is solo HP as well. I mean, if this guy is converted, okay, the tower needs to kill this monk. Okay, the Vil, you can come back, bro. I mean, even if this castle is denied, like, won't be able to deny it for too long. And is 3TC fully boom, going like full booming versus he's losing the Morganel, losing the TC as well. Oh, that's looking rough for Alexios. Oh, maybe this camo. No, 96%. No. Okay, he will finish it anyway. That's looking very rough for Alexios right now. Not gonna lie. Oh, actually, that's a bit sloppy for Khosrau. But this castle is really good. This castle gonna go up in Alexios' face. And Alexios' position still indicated. This DC will die at one point against the tower. And when Khosrau reach him, like, those towers gonna be a nightmare. Actually, pushing on the left is actually insane. I think that's a big detail, because if you are pushing on the left, you are kinda avoiding your opponent from expanding into the goal. While if you push from the right, you are kinda letting your opponent a possibility to expand from on the goal. And actually the GG is cool. This was chirurgical for Khosrau. Just he spotted the FC, he reacted instantly. It started early to expand the tower creep in his opponent's face. And his opponent was just absolutely like he was it was a counter strat basically. Like, look at this, WB Dax still missing, our scholar still missing, Wheelbarrow still missing. Nice adaptation from Khosrau. Like, this turtle ship was insane. And yeah, now that's just over. Better economy, better control map, better, like, kinda same CV name should definitely be GG for Khosrau. And Khosrau taking the first game home is insane. Played really well this one. I mean, that was a strategic game. As I said on Knight's channel for the game, I see Khosrau as a way more strategic player than Alexios. Alexios, in my opinion, is Earth or Leary. So Alexios will be really good on Arabia-like. He will be really good on land map, on hybrid map as well, if it's about execution. If it's about coming with a really good strategy, then it can be a bit rough for him, maybe. Target me. Not that important. Sorry guys, I needed to check that. That's the channel for the production. And I'm part of it. Like, if something bad is happening, check that. All good. Always stay humble. You gotta stay humble. I agree. You gotta stay humble, but I'm really like since round of 8, I would say. I I kinda was like Khosrau has to be a GL, but not neither Tato, neither Jordan, because I don't see Viper going for the golf thing. So I was like, that's a GL that doesn't want to cook too much. Like he likes the cook, but he likes to keep it simple as at the same time. I was like, who could it be? Looks like Viper to me. The way he played, the way he drafted, the way he liked Island as well. So yeah, I was thinking about GL. My predictions are in shamble. You don't think Khosrau is Viper, Paradox? Viper confirm, or do I stay have to stay humble? No, I do. 100%. Yeah, I agree. Just a big statement win. When do we have game 2 though? Let's check a bit the we didn't have time for the draft actually. Let's take a look at the draft. Khosrau picking Bypass Bay Islands, banning Slopes, Gold Rush, Arabia, Cup. Once again, looks like a Viper draft. Pick Bypass first. Bay picking Islands. Alexios going for evacuation, Itais Muflo. Aggressive, aggressive, and they have something planned on evacuation, right? They are doing this Galley Archer opening while luring a boar with the scout at the beginning of the game. We also saw one of them going like French Drush, the scout, and they're banning Quarry, Hidden Fort, and Cross. Looks like art too. Like art. All Eerie actually can be one or the other. I'm just not sure who is it, but it could be art. It could be one of them. I don't see Alexios being someone else than art only. Okay, do we have a game now? We do. Let's go. Game 2 gonna be High Tides. Actually, I love this map. This map is aggressive. This map is like you can go for some strategy at one point as well. And Khosrau going for green, while Alexios is going for red once again. You know what? You know what, guys? Okay, hear me out. Time for Fury, guys. Time for a Fury. You know what? Khosrau is Viper. And he's going green to show the opponent that he knows that this is Leary. What do you think of a new Fury, guys? Give me your thought. What do you think while I am setting up the bet? I actually think my theory is insane. That's Viper, and he wants to say to his opponent, I know who you are. What do you think about this? This Fury seems humble. Okay, Grandpa, go to bed. Calm down. I am taller than you in real life, so if you want me to stay humble in real life and don't start to use my muscle and the fact that I'm taller, calm down. Calm down. Next game, Leary will pick yellow. I mean, we saw Alexios changing his color all over again since the beginning of the tournament. And my big head.
Speaking.
We saw Alexios changing his color all over again since the beginning of the tournament. So, I might say, like, who could do that? Like, is Art or Leary a bit more of a clone? Like, likes to just change his color, being like, ah, it's funny, let's go. Wouldn't Larry yellow? No, that's only my theory for Khosrau. Like, Viper likes to troll people, and Viper is like picking green because he wants Larry from picking green. is like, I'm picking green first. So you cannot pick green. It's just sitting on the color intentionally. Like, don't you think it's possible? He's sitting on the color so Larry cannot take green. And actually, Khosrau is going for the lane. Actually, I think Khosrau might kill this Vil. We cannot... I mean, if I am Khosrau, I stand... GG? Alexios sending a second Vil? That's not the type of start you want. Like, you are done 1-0. You clearly don't want to do it. I mean, Alexios wanted to... I know what wanted Alexios. Alexios was like, you know what? I'm gonna pretend there is my scout is not there. So my opponent will commit on the Vil. And then I will show my scout so I can like damage Khosrau's scout. But he kinda missed the right timing and at the end of the day just lost the Vil. Look at the map, Margougou. It's fucked. What? What's bad with the map? What's happening? Holy! Yes. Yeah. Maybe a bit unfair. Maybe. Oh, that's the same there. Wait. Viper doesn't have loom yet. Khosrau doesn't have loom yet. I mean, he will like Khosrau will need to stay humble with his second dock. He won't be able to walk outside too much because his opponent's scout should be like roaming around, waiting for the Vils to go out to kill it. Oh yeah. I guess it's okay if it isn't a long game. No, like look at this. Look at this lumber camp. How exposed is it? Well, look at blue. Blue has 1, 2, 3, 4 forest. And his fifth one is closer than the second one of Khosrau. Like the fifth forest of Alexios is closer than the second one of Khosrau. That's Socotra versus Arena. No, that's not cool for... That's not cool, that's for sure, but I mean... that type of thing happened. As a player, that's very annoying. But at the same time, keep in mind, guys, that they are not playing live. They're playing it as a recorded game. So admin couldn't be watching the game same time as they were playing, guys. So it could explain why we do not have a restart because of this. That's for sure unfortunate. I have to say that's very unfortunate. Khosrau going for the second dock. Khosrau will win the water for sure. Alexios won't even play for it, looks like it. And Khosrau is not. Actually, guys, well, you know what? Actually, maybe this land is that far from the pieces that Alexios might not spot it. So maybe... maybe it's good. No, it's not good, but maybe... like, in his misery, Khosrau will find some happiness. Oh, I think Alexios wants to lame this ship so badly. Going for it. A nice reaction by Khosrau. Look at Khosrau. He's just placing his ship at the opposite of the scout. So the scout will have a tougher time trying to lame them. Like, look at how Khosrau is defending them. Just always keep a Vils outside. So he cannot color the ship in blue. Like, what a defense from Khosrau. What a ship defense from Khosrau. Like, he's not losing all of them, and actually he managed to damage a bit the scout. That was a nice defense. Well, oh, second attack actually for Alexios. Did Khosrau realize that? He did! That's huge, actually. That's really huge. That's really huge from Khosrau realizing that. So easy to just think, oh, he's going militias. He has to be one dock. Actually, this opening for the Japanese is kind of scary. Oh, Khosrau don't manage to repair in time. Oh, it could be a disaster actually for Khosrau. I mean, Alexios just non-stop trying to lame Khosrau shit. Just non-stop trying to lame them. It looks like Alexios is winning the water at the end of the day. We do not have an archery range yet. He's playing water, so he cannot afford everything. On the economic upgrade this time, Alexios got a good upgrade. And looks like Khosrau needs to hide this fish because he is losing the water. There is 4 fire galley versus, and yeah, not looking good for Mr. Khosrau on the water. Oh, maybe a Deadville? Gonna be a Deadville, I guess. Yeah, it's gonna be a Deadville. So really good start for Alexios at the end of the day. Adding a range now. Alexios should be in a very comfortable position. That's a Japanese militia. Wait, that's a Japanese militia. That was close. Insane pressure from blue. Yeah, the pressure is huge. Like the scout pressure was so big. So big. Okay, now, did we got some idle TC a bit for Khosrau? So Khosrau is definitely not in the best position. Especially that now, I mean, Lithuanians in late game should be just Japanese in better. So Lithuanians should have the advantage over the late game. But for now, Alexios will be able to fish with Japanese fishing ship. So that's gonna be for sure a huge advantage for him, going for him. And archer are coming. Alexios wants to cover this wall. I think that was a good idea. Like Khosrau is looking for some vills that could have been sent on the bottom to get some extra food. And Khosrau, I like how Khosrau kept his scout alive for the info, but Tashor shouldn't be a big threat for Alexios. Where can I find recorded games? You cannot if you are not registered as a caster, I believe. Khosrau green again? Is he Larry? No, I think Lynx. Some people mocked me. Were mocking me before because of my idea. Okay, hear me out, Lynx. Khosrau is pink green because he think and he knows he's playing versus Larry, and because Khosrau is playing versus Larry, he's like, I'm gonna sit on the yellow color just to annoy him. And Leary cannot reveal himself and be like, I want the green, otherwise Viper would know it instantly. Hey Ozone. The Ozone. How possible is that? Khosrau is actually Tato. So then also you would argue that Gregory was the Viper? Is it your prediction, Mr. Ozone? Gregory would be the Viper then. Do not answer that, stay humble. I think your theory is very probable. Yeah, my theory is probable. Wait, it's a French word. Sorry, go, yes. I think Gregory would be Jordan. Okay. Ozone, hear my theory, man. I think Gregory cannot be Jordan because Jordan almost didn't practice or didn't play a single game since NAC. So because Jordan didn't practice, then it means he doesn't have GL strategy. Then it means he wouldn't go for Goff on evacuation. I think when you don't practice, you go for standard thing. That's why I think Jordan was Summon. He beat Mihai. Yeah, I mean, he's a new player, so he could lose to Jordan being rusty from not playing for 2 months. Why not? I think Jordan is Summon, and then I need to fill Gregory with another GL player than Jordan. And my guess is Gregory looks way more like Tato or Doubt than Khosrau. That's why I think Khosrau is not Tato. But it's not impossible that Khosrau is Tato. I just think it's not the case. And I can open my Google Sheet after if you want, Mr. Ozone. So I'm able to speak with facts to tell you why Khosrau is the Viper more than Tato. Are you a Tato fan, Ozone? Actually, this archer is 1 HP. Could snipe all the zebras and the ostrich. Could be really annoying for Khosrau. But yeah, my main question on this one is who is Alexios? Is Alexios Leary or is Alexios Art? The Viper going into green make me think he he plays versus Leary and wants to deny color for Leary just to be annoying. That's such a Viper thing to do. So I really think Viper thinks he's playing versus Leary. But maybe it could be art as well. After first round, I thought that he was Gaja, but now I'm on the ICCM boat as well. Yeah, I thought that Gaja was Yo at the beginning. And then I realized that if Gregory was Jordan, like my first guess was Sumanguru is Tato, Jordan is Gregory, and then Yo is Gajamada. And when I heard about Jordan not opening the game even, and AC was like, okay, I don't see Jordan going for Goff. He didn't. Oh, there is a hole. No, he just overchopped. Oh, that's a disaster for Alexios actually. He was just defending this part of his base and not expecting the opponent to attack on the top of the base. So yeah, since I heard about the Jordan not practicing, I was like, okay. Then Jordan can be Summon Guru, and Jordan beating Mihai without training is definitely possible. Then I think Tati is Gregory. Because Doubt is clearly King Stephen, according. Like, I don't see Tato going for the Aztecs landing. Tato likes to cook, but he likes to cook being humble. Doubt, when he cooks, it's like... if he has to burn the kitchen, he will burn the kitchen. Second TC for Alexios, second TC for Khosrau. The water has been won by Alexios and his fish booming. 5 fish on it. 5 Japanese fishing ships, something. The Echo KD is crazy. I mean, Alexios killed 5 fish of Khosrau, I think. And probably 1 vill or 2. That's why the Echo KD is that massive. Yeah. Oh no, I think we need to leave this forest, I mean. But if you leave the forest, you go for what? Like, what forest are you going for? Like, Khosrau map is just a disaster. Khosrau map is just a disaster. It feels a bit unfair. Look at this wall. Like, he can wall from a forest to another one. That's crazy. While poor Khosrau is like just living in a desert. The diagonal double palisade quick wall. There is something that was pretty Tato-like in Gregory. I don't know if you saw it as well. The diagonal double palisade quick. I didn't spot it, but I believe you. And yeah, I did. I have Tato on Gregory these days, so. I mean, if you are arguing that Tato is Gregory, they will believe you. So brutal? Yeah. This map is actually brutal. But that's the problem, right? Like, you wanna play in recorded game for some game because sometimes it's better for the player schedule. Also better for the tournament format. Nice snipe by the way on this one. But then the admin cannot check live what's happening inside the game, and he cannot call for a re for time. Like before the game is done basically. And I can tell you that when you are a player, you have like 100 things to do instead of thinking like, wait, I don't have too much forest, right? You're just adapting to the game. Because if you pause in the semi-final and be like, wait, maybe my map is bugged, but you are not sure about yourself, it can be so annoying for you and the opponent. So you want to make sure your map is bugged. Nice game though from Alexios. Even if Khosrau map is a true disaster, Alexios is playing this really well. His opening was really solid. He's expanding into a 30 now. Actually, Khosrau still have a decent economy. 58 bills versus 9. Okay, on the economic, like the farm discrepancy, like huge. But the vills number are kinda the same though. So for now it's still playable. Army wise, the difference is huge. Oh, maybe we'll be able to snipe some monks, the converted light cav, or what? Got one at least. How many relics do we have as the Lithuanians? Only one for now. Looking really bad for red? Yeah. Khosrau looking disaster position is going for the 40C. Going for the... I don't know what are they doing. They are expecting Khosrau from expanding. They are expecting Khosrau to expand this way, but maybe we just forgot about them. The possibility as well. And now Khosrau is just behind 19 farms versus 40. Like the difference is absolutely huge. And yeah, I don't say we will be able to come back in this game for Mr. Khosrau. Should be a win. Should be a win. Alexios will need to finish this game, but at this level, the chance of coming back are pretty weak. Are pretty low. Per raid, but you know, it's just fully walled, and let's be honest, with the natural wall of the forest, like it's just so well defended. Not gonna be easy at all. Oh, we are losing another monks even. Oh, maybe not. We are losing another monks. Look like Khosrau wants to go into some pikeman defense. See that his only chance to hold this one. I mean, his boom still solid, but I got the feeling that at any moment, Komnenos will just come with like 10, 20 vills and drop a castle like there. And a deadly one. Definitely not Kanji Monk Micro. That's true, the Monk Micro was not the best for Khosrau. But I mean, to have Ganji Monk's Micro, you need to have all your... your control groups on monks, right? And as far as I know, if Khosrau is Viper, he's using some control group for the buildings. So he just cannot like control group his monks. So that could make sense why it was not as fast as a Ganji. 44 on food versus 31. We are going into pike for Komnenos too. He saw that his opponent was going into pikes. The thing is that Japanese pike are just better. Even in a pike versus pike war, Alexios should be winning this one. But yeah, look really tough for Khosrau. I mean, if he managed to... He's up to 13-8 on food now. I mean, he's been catching up a bit. And he do have good economic upgrade, not as good as Alexios, but decent. And I think it could be like Alexios not going imp, while he do have the control map already, could be a good way of throwing this game. Like Alexios should go imp, then invest massively during the transition, make like a castle there, like a humble castle, and then go into maybe CA pike, something like that. But yeah, Khosrau moving out. I mean, Khosrau moving out on the map while he knows his opponent does have a huge army is definitely a mistake, and it just... Like, Khosrau moving out at this point, like, you cannot move out. At this point, the only chance for Khosrau is to just turtle until imp, he managed to push back, and then he has a better sieve. That's his winning condition. Like, just moving out randomly on the map right now is just a lose on the spot. That was a GG. Uppercase GG? Who look like Viper then. Viper confirmed? Could be. And game 3 gonna be on islands. I can see Mr. Viperino picking islands right now. So Cup has been played. High Tide has been used by Komnenos as a home map. And actually, look at this. Alexios, remember guys, yesterday, Alexios played versus Yanzis. And we had a Chinese mirror possibility first pick. And Alexios just went for Mongols. He just went for Mongols. And once again, he's going for Mongols instead of picking Chinese first pick. I'm really surprised by that. But maybe he thinks his Mongol play is insane on Bay. Played Mongols on Bay. So he really thinks his build order with Mongols is so OP that it's worth picking Mongols on this map in the late game 2. And he banned... Actually, none of them banned Italians. Alexios picked Italian third. So what is gonna play Khosrau on Bay? I'm not sure yet. Could be Dravidians. But this next one's gonna be Island anyway. We saw Lithuanians losing to Japanese, and we saw Saracens losing to Korea. Actually, Korea was a pretty fast pick. And I used a big save for this one. This is a Yo Sebastian? What? We are sure this is Viper? According to me, this is Viper. Could be wrong, of course, but according to me, this is Viper. And I have a new theory, guys, about Viper. Not hear it. It's he's speaking green because he's playing versus Leary and he wants to deny green to Leary. He wants to just being this guy being annoying, being like I have green, you cannot have it, bro. Try now. That's what he's doing right now, guys. I tell you that much. So now I'm tempted to say, because I didn't know if it was Leary or Art, Alexios. Now I'm tempted to say that Alexios is Leary. Why? Because Viper might have more info than us. Like he's playing versus him. Maybe practiced with him before. Like saw in the draft that it was potentially Leary. And then I do think that I could see Viper doing that intentionally just to annoy his opponent. So if I'm right, Viper doing that gave us like maybe a little clue about who could be Khosrau, who could be Alexios. I really think Alexios is not an easy one to get. Like it could be easily 2 or 3 different players. Like let's say with the practice partner Fury, it's shorter the list to 2 players, which could be Leary or Hart potentially. And yeah, I can see him being Leary actually. I can see him being Leary. Someone said it could be Art, I agree, but Viper picking 3, sitting on 3 intentionally? Or Viper is thinking that we're gonna think like that, so he's picking 3 to bait us all. Then we cooked. And then we cooked. But otherwise, I think my Fury is pretty. Nikov claimed to know his teammate and bragged this being Larry and called out the Art MBL match. Yeah, the Art MBL match, I got it too in my bag, but like between Art and Leary, it can a bit hard sometimes. But I really think that Viper sitting on green intentionally is just the classic Viper being like, you know, this annoying man, the tournament, that like it's not like the admin cannot do anything against that. Like the opponent, like it's not a big deal, but like everyone is like, this guy going for this, like what a kid. I can tell you, Viper is happy of this. He's like, I'm gonna pick green, and I'm gonna annoy Mr. Leary in case he wanted to pick green. Let's go. And then he's just picking it intentionally, smiling. Maybe they even talk in the lobby chat. So Viper. He also attempted to break my heart saying that Tito lost 4-0, so I am scared, the Amat, that Tato lost 4-0. I am actually this day, guys. I am sure that lost. I am not sure. Stay humble, but gotta stay humble. My idea is Tato lost 4-0. My question is against who? Was it versus Mysterio or was it versus ACCM? Versus Era, you think? No, I don't think. I don't think that Kajamada is Era. Like 0.5%. No more. No more. Impossible. Almost. Okay, Khosrau being Dravidians? Tumangoro is Tato, that's why it's versus Era? Wait, what? I don't understand. Who is Era for you? ACCM 4-0 Tato. I actually think that it's really possible. Could be ACCM, but I give it Yo 65%. Yeah. I clearly give it Yo as well. Like Yo, it's still possible that it's Yo. But if it's Yo, we do have a problem for Sigismund or Selim the Gremlin. We do need to find like an answer for them as well. Khosrau actually come in under the player color. Yellow in the paper comp. Oh, okay. I mean, we take every details we can, but I really think, guys, that So Viper is sitting on green intentionally. He's legit sitting on green intentionally. Viper. So, what's gonna be the opening? Komnenos gonna go for the 5 fish approach. He's gonna go for 5 fish, Komnenos, and he's gonna play Galley. While Mr. Khosrau gonna go for the same build order, just one pop later. And gonna go for the 3 dogs maybe, or 2 dogs. Gonna be a third one on the way. 2 Galley on the way for Alexios Komnenos. That's gonna be 2 Galley versus 2 Galley. That's gonna be a Galley war. And we're gonna see like Galley versus Galley. That leads me toward Leary more than Art. I can see Leary like liking the Galley war because it's really micro intensive. So I could see Leary enjoying the Galley war. Viper is just an island enjoyer in general. Oh, you think Vasco was Era and Tato was Sumangu and got 4 old? I could see that. That was my first guess, I mean. That was my first guess. Better opening for Alexios. That's better. That's because of the Italian uptime, guys. That's normal that is a bit ahead. But we do have some idle TC for Mr. Khosrau. And we have one fish less actually. Having one fish less as Dravidians versus Italian and still being pressured is a bit surprising. But Italian is such a great 7. Nice opening by Alexios. Alexios reduced the number of fish for Khosrau, while he still have 5. 5 fish with Italian should get a very competitive uptime on Castle Age, gonna lie. By the way, guys, Alexios with the Galley. Keep in mind, guys, that Leary never used box formation. And box formation in Galley War is actually super popular. Look at Viper. Look at Khosrau. Always in box formation. Alexios never in box formation. That's once again a proof that Alexios is Leary. Both are really good at microing Galley. Nice micro by Mr. Khosrau. Khosrau should be a bit behind on the Castle Age timing because of this 5 fishing. Mill. No mill yet for Alexios. Well, you do have a mill already. And look at Khosrau. Khosrau didn't eat both of his boars in Darkgate. Kept one. I'll be able to click Castle Age faster and to make a nice foot boost to the future. I like this idea. But you need to have some APM, like you need to take the time to lure it. That's not easy, especially when you have to micro that much water at the same time. What about box formation for farms? Buff should be banned for nerding. I mean, you gotta give the player some... You gotta stay humble with the player, you gotta stay nice with the humble. I mean, if they reach that high of a level, everyone is a nerd at this point. I love to micro my Galley as well. That's such a satisfying thing. Okay, 15 Galley for each players. on food for each of them. Alexios a bit ahead on food bank. Oh, actually, double snipe by Alexios at the moment. That was well played by him. Both are just chilling at this point. Market being built for both of them. Alexios will be able to click up without selling his stone, and that's gonna be the same for both. Is this not live? They are saying, is it in United chat? I don't know. I'm downloading Rex, so it's not live. The first semifinal was live. This one is not, I guess. I think I'm gonna tell you what happened. Both semifinal has been played at the exact same time. Both semifinals started at the same hour. And then the first one was like in live, and the second one is being casted. Rex. I believe that is right. Yeah, I think that's the case. Yeah. So both both were live today, and this one is Rex being casted, but this one like was played like 1 hour ago or 2 hours ago. Actually, Komnenos eating Khosrau on the water microphone now. Look at this. It's 19 Galley versus 15. I mean, that's a bit of an advantage for Alexios. Does he think it's enough to jump on Khosrau face yet or no? That's the question, right? For now, both are microing really decently their Galley. You can see this going back and forth. Like, the idea is you shoot your arrow, and as soon as you shot your arrow, you need to run away to avoid the volley of your opponent. That's the idea of how to micro Galley. 30-second difference, guys, should be insane for Alexios. 30 seconds having the +2, 30 seconds having the War Galley upgrade before the opponent should be enough to kill opponent's fish or push them away from the fish. Looks like Khosrau knows it. Already playing with the fish. Needs to leave, yeah. He cannot take this fight now. He needs to wait for his technology to kick in. It's cute there. The question is, are we going for ballistic? No, we are not going for ballistic for neither of them. Neither of them are going for ballistic, so that's gonna be Galley versus Galley. Not want to go for ballistic, looks like it. That's gonna be Galley versus Galley. Nice pick actually from Khosrau. Alexios choosing that extra wood from the previous map. Wood upgrade, War Galley, pretty instantly for Khosrau. Really using his bonus with the 200 wood extra. And looks like Mr. Khosrau will lose his fish though. He will lose his fish though. He's going back onto Alexios Komnenos dock, maybe to try to find his opponent for now. That doesn't look like he will be able to do so. Might be in level. 19 versus 27 chip. Has to be a solid difference. And we are not producing any more we're not posing Galley anymore for Khosrau. He's really switching to full boom. He wants to get his economy rolling. But then it means he might give up on the neutral islands, and he might give up on the extra relics on the middle as well. Which is not something you want to do in island. In island the relics are so important, guys. Like, when there is no wood left on your map, having more rigs than your opponent is basically a win condition. Both no Horse Collar. Well, now that's not the case, but yeah, I mean, having Horse Collar on this type of map is actually tricky because, like, you don't have too much food, and all your food you want to spend it to upgrade your boat, your ship. As Komnenos trying to split its boat, maybe to find some kill. Actually, second kill actually from Khosrau, maybe third one there. Oh, he won't range that, but maybe he will be able to kill this fish. I like how Khosrau split his navy, so maybe he will be able to find a nice timing on the fish. For now, no one is adding a monk or a monastery. Khosrau is going for monastery only now. He really wants to grab his relics, and he's going for a, I saw him going for a transport ship, but he denied it. So maybe he think it was not possible. I think he was clearly aiming for this extra relics. He wants to get 2 at least. Khosrau lost this forward army. Actually, maybe he will try to trade it versus 1 or 2 fish. Trying to trade these 2. He won't have it. He got some kill with this army at least, and he will force Alexios to run behind him to try to catch him. He's being annoying on the fish, but we are trying to redock the... Okay, looks like Mr. Oh, wait. I think if... Yeah, while we were microing for Viper, guys, we missed it, but actually a massacre. Like, he went down from 55's economy to 46 basically. So yeah, it was GG. Like, this move basically killed Mr. Khosrau, and that's not looking too great for Khosrau. Jesus minus 10. I think he was busy nerding his 2 galleys basically. He was busy nerding them, and once you get the first horn in your ears, if you don't hear it or if you don't realize that was happening, like, it's easy. Like, it's like 20 seconds slip up, 10 vills. Still think it's Viper? Yes. That can happen to everybody, guys. That could happen to Era, that could happen to everybody. Like, that's literally like 10 seconds. He didn't check all he didn't check his map for 10 seconds. It was enough to lose 15 vills. Can happen to everyone. But yeah, he was not in a great position anyway. I mean, he was in a great position, you keep playing, but he was not in a great position anyway, so he was like annoyed of losing the water first, and then he lose these fields, and now it's over. It's like, it's the best of 7. I gotta keep some energy, so let's just move on next one. No problem. I think that's the idea. How often do you check your minimap on average? I have no clue. It's like sometimes I check it, sometimes I don't, and when I check it, I don't realize that I'm doing it. I think I'm not watching my minimap that often. It's like, I know what spot of my base are weak or are vulnerable, and I just like put a control group on them and just check them oftenly. And I don't think I check my minimap that often. Alexios Micro was insane. I'm speechless. Yeah, Alexios Micro was really on point. I'm not gonna lie. Alexios Micro was insane. I think that's another part of why now I think Alexios is not art. Like, art micro, especially archer micro, is not the best one. Like, he really is really insane at microing multiple control group at the same time. Like, he's really good at that art. But when it's like 1 mass versus 1 mass, like really micro only one thing, like pure micro, I don't think art is the best one doing. Khosrau Alexios game 4, and then Mr. Alexios is leading, guys. He is leading, and it's 2-1 for Mr. Alexios, and we are going towards, once again, Khosrau picking green. We are going towards the 4th map. It's 2-1 for Alexios. I'm gonna set up the prediction, guys. Let's see what were the result. Oh, it was actually really close, and Alexios takes it. New prediction, guys. Don't forget, you can bet your Gugus. You can earn a lot of cool rewards for Gugus, like Fox Jersey. You can earn like a ticket for the monthly raffle to earn an hour of live coaching with me. So that can be really cool, guys. So time to farm your Gugus. Do you think Vasco is gonna win the competition easy? I won't say easy, but he could be winning it like convincingly. Elephant going down. That's gonna be Magyars versus Chinese. And we talked about how Chinese is good on this map and how surprising it was to see Alexios not picking Chinese twice in a row on two different sets actually as a first pick. Like he's not banning it, he's not picking it either. Like he's fine leaving it open and not picking it while it's for a lot of players the best sieve by far on mud. Never checking the minimap. Yeah, checking this minimap is not something like it's cool to have an eye on it sometimes, but I really think that the most important when it comes to reacting in time is to be aware of where my opponent could hit me. And if you know what are your vulnerable points or where you would go if you were your opponent to raid yourself, I think then if you keep in mind always this type of thing, then when you hear the horn in your ears, alert, you can just yeah like you know basically where he's gonna attack you, and you can just react super fast. That's my idea. 4 on wood for Mr. Khosrau, 2 on wood only for Komnenos, which means it's gonna be a super fast uptime for Komnenos. Do we know why this series is wrecked whenever the first one was live? Yes, we know why. Because both semi-final were played at the exact time actually, at the same exact time, and then the first semi-final was live, was the second one was played at the same time, and then we cannot watch both at the same time, so the second one is in Rex, but as simple as that. I often play without sound, so I didn't get used to that. Play without sound to you play AoE without sound? Okay, I mean why not? But you definitely are not playing your best then. Like the sound is so important for the alert. I mean I could play without sound, except for the horn in my ears when I'm being attacked. We can see how good is China, right? He has a loom, he has 19 vil, he will click in 20 pop, and it's like clicking 1 pop later on the timer, while in reality it's like 4 pop later. That's how good Chinese is. How OP is this. Like, check that, it's like 20 seconds later for 4 vils. 4 vils extra for 20 seconds. It's like, difference is you. Is Khosrau still Viper? In my books, yes, Mr. Noodle. Why? Because you change your mind, Mr. Noodle? 17 pop scout, yeah, looks like it for Alexios. I don't see it being something else with Magyars. I mean, if you are going that fast, it's usually for scout, and especially with Magyars. You want to use your 6 bonus at the best. Doing Magyar is definitely what you want. Oh, trap, trap, trap. Oh. Viper confirmed. Look at this, he's gonna close this. Then, oh. I know, Mr. Viper. And he's gonna close this? Are we gonna to lose a will? No. Yes, Dungeon Noodle. I still think it's Viper. Hearing Tato shout in my left ear could maybe help me reach grit. With the new mod they made for the Cobra Car race, actually, you can hear Tato yell at you when you win. Viper confirmed. Sebas confirmed. Sebas confirmed. Okay. Okay, Auto Black, I mean... It's your decision. I don't think that's Sebastian. In my opinion, Sebastian was Alfred. He did a decent game versus Cito. But Cito was just better on different map than Arabia. I imagine Leary sweating, sweating right now. I could see him swearing, definitely. I could see him being annoyed of being trapped. But I mean, he ran through the dock, the lumber camp. I mean, he asked for it. Talunet versus Lea Prima confirmed. Ooh, that's a bold prediction. That's a bold one. And we are going Stonewall for Alexios, and the Stonewall is denied. That's huge. Can we get a kill even? Khosrau doesn't want to lose his galley. He wants to keep. He wants to deny the wall actually. And we are just going like defensive spearman, one dock, one defensive spearman for Alexios. Interesting. But that's Magyar Scout. You need to respect this Magyar Scout. I mean, Magyar Scout does have like +1 attack. Any good? So you kinda need to respect that. And right now the Magyar Scout are going for their first kill. It's fine. Look at the Chinese economy. 0 second idle TC almost versus 40. So this Deadville is absolutely totally fine for Khosrau. Going for his own stable though. He's not going for archery range, he's going for a stable. Interesting. Going for a stable. I actually love this stone wall by Alexios at the end of the day. Like, just his lumberjack cannot be reached. And he's just fine. He doesn't have to invest himself into a dock. Like this. This map doesn't allow any farm fury. That's why I'm the best. I automatically quit when I see mod flow. I'm surprised when we are going for a forward range actually. I was just going forward range. Ooh. That's something we never saw. That's something we never saw yet. And it could be deadly because Khosrau is not imagine that at all. Like he doesn't think it can be possible at all. He's like chilling. Is like if there is a range that's from home, and now there is an archer, and that's the moment where Mr. Khosrau will panic. But there is a lot of fear. Wait. I think Alexios like was not the best fight for Alexios. We didn't kill a single villain in this fight, and we lost literally 5 scout. That was a really decent fight at the end of the day for Khosrau. Khosrau needs to go for a range. He's going for a market? Why are we going for a market if we are Khosrau? Why are we going for a market? Maybe he's thinking I am pushed out of gold. I will need to buy some gold again. Why are we going for a market? We do not have any extra resources. Maybe he's thinking like he needs an extra tower. He needs another tower maybe. That's his way of thinking. Or losing his scout is really bad for Alexios. I mean, do we need an extra tower now? Maybe he wants to be able to go for an extra one. Sell some food for gold. He wants gold, I can see that. But for what though? He wants to go into some archer. Okay. Economy is still way better than his opponent economy. Like, look at this. Only 7 farm versus 8. Plus still like 3 vills extra for Khosrau. The Khosrau still in a good position. Got some idle TC though. Not the best. Dock was a mistake? No, Dock is an opening. And I think that's a fine opening versus map. Actually, the counter attack for Mr. Khosrau is finding some value as we're killing. Like, the Dock was the opening. Most of the opening cannot be a mistake. Like, an opening is just the way you think, the way you start the game. That's the opening. Like, did we just... Alexios just adapt himself really well versus this opening. He made the right move. So he was able to take the lead with the scout. And then he made this really interesting move. Forward range. Surprise Khosrau. And that paid off for now. I mean, Khosrau's still ahead, but his position is really complicated. Like, he needs stone. Like, he bought a second tower for stone. He's going for archer now. But he's struggling for now. Actually, those archer could be deadly. I mean, we do have another tower on gold, which would be cool. But on the army side, it's like... Komnenos is super dominant.
何命令？
Alexios trying to find some way of damaging his opponent. Archer's coming. If the archer managed to kill the spear, it can be super snowbally for Alexios. It can be a very bad. Yeah, he needs to live and he will need to sacrifice maybe a spear or two. He's fighting with a spear, but yeah, just the archer are just killing everything. Yeah, that's a bit scary for Khosrau right now. Khosrau is trying to hold this. He doesn't have that much vills on foot actually. So only missing vill. Maybe he retreats a bit too much vills there. Yeah, Khosrau is not in the best position for now, but he's about to click up. Looks like he managed to stay alive long enough to click up. Click up, he will be able to go for some knights, and then he will have access to camel as well. While Magyar does not have access to camel, so he should be able to take the lead thanks to the camel. But right now his position is doesn't have any economy. He's trying to survive, but I mean this tower is his only defense. He doesn't have any army. He has 2 spear, 1 skirm. That's all he has to survive. He's going up though. He's going up next H. He will need to go for some tower defense. He doesn't have choice. And look at how much vills he has on stone. He knows that he needs to go for the tower defense because his opponent to have a fully upgraded scout. That's fully upgraded scout, guys. Fully upgraded scout gonna be destroying Khosrau's economy. Actually. Oh no. He's losing a lot. We are losing a lot of vill. Khosrau is losing a lot of vills. That's fully upgraded scout. Fighting versus Magyar fully upgraded scout is never a good idea. But do we have the choice? I don't think so. He doesn't have the choice. That's a massacre actually. Well, Alexios is not that close from clicking up. So maybe Khosrau with some counter knight raid could be really deadly. Viper, why so greedy? I mean, he wasn't that greedy on this one. It was just like his dock opening didn't work out. So because his dock opening didn't work out, then he was like late on the scout number. So then suddenly, like, if you are late on the scout number, do you really want to invest into scout? Question mark. Then he was like, okay, I won't invest too much into scout because I'm late already. So investing into them is a bit not the best idea. Then he was like, okay, let's go into a range. But like Alexios caught him off guard with this one. I mean, he's just like 1 step behind on the military landing, on the land. On military wise, he's just like 1 step behind, and he kinda cannot catch up with a mass that Alexios has been producing for a long time. So that's why I think he's not that greedy. He's just 1 step behind on the military production from the beginning, kinda. There is a hole. There is a hole. Okay, saw it. Actually, this skirmisher is the hero of the nation. Like, my man showed Khosrau that there was a hole, because if the scouts are in, that's over. Do we have the wall in time for Alexios? Alexios is just fully walling. He knows that he needs to survive for the next 45 seconds, because he has access to Knight or maybe CA. Gonna be Knight, I think. There's a hole somewhere. I don't see a hole. I mean, there's still a hole there. Camel are going. We need to make a market. We need to make something. If the camels goes in, that's gonna be annoying. That's gonna be double houses, and we're gonna wall behind. Nice job, Alexios. And now he's fully walled even. And he's gonna go light cav or this counter raid. This counter raid can be deadly, because Khosrau economy right now is at the limit. Like, he cannot produce any more military. Going for a second TC, but that's more of a protection TC than something else, like protection. Like, Khosrau is once again in a position where he needs to survive, use his sieves later, because now it's looking really bad. 20 is 24, 25 wood away from chopping. Okay, you wall behind. Well played, Mr. Khosrau. now that's looking. Actually, look at Alexios Komnenos economy. Like, we think Alexios is in a better spot, and yes, he is. But he doesn't have the horse collar, and looks like his economy is collapsing, kinda. Like, he's coming at the point where he's like not having the best food line. He didn't research horse collar before, so his economy is kinda collapsing. So he will need a long time, and he's going into ship as well. Okay, Alexios is 1 TC for a long time, guys. Alexios won't be adding a second TC before a long time. That can be a way for Khosrau to come back. That is the details, but having bad lumber camp plus not having the horse collar. Look at this. All the farms, 11 food. All the farms will slowly run out. Like soon all the farms will run out. He will need to replace them. And then his economy might collapse. So Khosrau don't know about this. But actually Alexios' economy is close to collapse because of the wood. And he's not only not making a TC, but he has the worst wood line and is going for ship, which is by far the most expensive unit in wood. That's the details, but you're gonna see. He's gonna little by little his economy gonna collapse. If he's not going for a TC, okay, he's going for a second TC and he understands that he needs a better wood line. But his economy was hit by this collapse. Actually, look at this. A lot of farmers idle. Not the best economy efficiency. Like he has been like sitting on a comfortable like 8-vil lead for the last like 5 minutes, and he's still behind in the resources collected. He's not that ahead, I made. So you can see there his economy collapsing. Now, nice quick wall actually. We are rolling this. This guy is still trying to flee. And I think that's a way back in this game for Viper. Alexios like not having the farm upgrade or having it way too late could be a way back for Viper in this game. His economy is still kinda weak. He doesn't have the second wood upgrade. He doesn't have horse collar too. This TC gonna help him a bit, but his economy is still weaker than it looked. Camels forward, really? Yeah, camels. I would have seen like I would see like knights first, but I think Khosrau realized that he doesn't have economy for too much units, so he was like, I need a unit that will be able to defend from the raid later on. That's why he went for a camel, I guess. Because +2 light cav is actually a deadly thing. 4 TC for Khosrau. I mean, at this point he's just like thinking, I need to go greedy. I took so much damage that I need to be greedy, like a madman. At this point, I don't even dislike this idea. But that's so Viper to go like 40C, full defense. He's like mining stone, he will like drop a castle there, redock at one point. And I actually think I might prefer Viper's position now. Only going for horse collar now. So, and look at, as I said, Alexios' economy just collapsed hard. Worker efficiency last minute, it was like easy, and now it's better with this TC. But before this TC, worker efficiency was easily at 55% versus 70. And if you take the difference between both percentage, you apply it on economy number of both player like 5 minutes ago, you will realize that Khosrau was actually not behind in economy yet. That was not the best economic management by Alexios, but that's a cost too. That's a cost that from going forward. Like when you are going aggressive, you are not investing into the economy too much early on. You are not focusing into your economy too. So your economy might collapse at one point. But as he found some counter damage, he's fine. But maybe he could have managed his economy a bit better. Being versus Chinese doesn't help too. Like he needs to overinvest to be able to damage the Chinese player. So that makes sense. This castle could be, if demo was there or even there, we'd have one shot the castle. Okay. Some cameras on the way. Khosrau needs to be super careful. Because he might want to commit on the Galleon, but look at Alexios. Alexios knows it. He kinda hide his demo first. Okay, maybe he was not hiding him. This demo was such an important unit there. such an important one. Like one demo, and Khosrau cannot just push that back. And now, as I said, Khosrau is going for a castle on the middle to take back to be able to redock and take back the map control. Like as I said, Khosrau is, in my opinion, in a decent position, maybe in a better one even. He has 4th DC versus 3. We finally stabilized the economy for Alexios, so now Alexios is getting a good economy. But the economy for Khosrau is not too bad. He should go for the second wood upgrade, but for now it's not too bad. And keep in mind that on the long run, China should be... Maybe on the long game, Magyar will be a bit better than China. But China will get like better demo, China will get Albardiers early, could get Shukonu, Siege Ram, like China does have a lot of options. And their techs are cheaper, so actually, and he has 3 relics as well. That's a lot going for Mr. A 4th one even? Khosrau is little by little building his way back into this game actually. Larry finished 9 or 10 out of 10 in NAC. Yeah, he didn't have the best run. I mean, that can happen to everyone. The level is that high this day that it's easy to have a bad performance. Okay, Khosrau trying to get back into the water. Looks like a demo was loaded up there. I don't know if it was a good one. I don't think so. Tower for Khosrau. Do we have the +2? We do not even have the +1. Couldn't be too good, and both are kicking up same time actually. Khosrau managed to come back in this game, but still not in the best position. Do we have fast fire though with Magyars? I'm not sure. I think China has fast fire, and then having fast fire on this map should be key, right? How many relics on the map? I think there is only... What are we doing? Are we just moving the relics? Are we moving the relics forward? Or next to the castle maybe? Because he thinks he's gonna lose this monastery, okay. There is 5 relics I believe. Like, normal number. 4th DC for Alexios on the top. And we are going into fast fire ship. I really think fast fire ship can bring this game back for Khosrau actually. I don't think Alexios do have access to fast fire ship with Magyars. And China gonna be a way better water save than Magyars for sure. So maybe we do have a chance of winning this game for Khosrau. Maybe we'll have a nice timing on that one. If he denies these TCs, I mean, how much gold do we have left there? Okay, gold left. Will we deny? This TC will be denied actually. Oh, it's clicking! 99! Oh, this is up. Actually, I think that was a big deal because... Okay, we are expanding on this goal, it's fine. Viper going for what? For light car? Viper will struggle on the wood line actually. Like he's booming on the outside wood line. It's not the best wood line I have to say, and he's trying to expand on the left, but not as easy as it looked. And now he's going what? Fast fire? What's the first technology you're gonna click? Let's check. We're in conscription, okay. So his military will produce faster. He's upgrading his bonks, maybe to be able to convert some of the Alexios Komnenos ship. And he's trying to expand at one point, but Alexios is just everywhere. Alexios map control is really good on this one. Like, he do see a lot of things. He's on the side as well. Like, actually, this one could produce like CA. He has Bracer already. He could go for some CA there. Okay, we are still not doing fast fire for Khosrau. Khosrau wood will be tough. Yeah, he will struggle a lot with the wood situation. Like, he only has like this type of little wood line, which are pretty bad. Okay, he's using his monks to try to claim back the water. Convert 2 of them. Will it be enough though? What is Khosrau's next move? What is he going for next? This trade is interesting. Finally, the second wood upgrade. It looks like he wants to go into some light cap raid to come back. Alexios going for some Albardier. Alexios is really playing hard into water. Just investing into water a lot. He know that having the middle is having all the wood line, and right now Khosrau is struggling so much for the wood line that he's just focusing on this. I think that's a really nice idea. I think King Stephen versus Khosrau, I think one of the mistakes of King Stephen was that try to play half the land, half the water, and he didn't really commit on one or the other. I really like how Alexios is right now really hard committing onto water to make sure like push back all of this. EV demo for Khosrau, no fast fire ship. He will try to go to maybe he will try to raid to death Alexios, but Alexios does have some halberdiers on the field now, so he should be fine dealing with the raid. Or maybe he can get a trap or two. Actually, Alexios doesn't have. Oh, he does have a cannon galleon, I think. I didn't know that. I was just expecting it don't because he doesn't have BBT, but it was not accurate actually. And he will try to come back with EV demos. I mean, why not? Demos can maybe bring this game back. Tato confirm, guys. Chinese do not have fast fire ship. Oh, my bad. Magyar's dock is really good. Really? Didn't know that. I mean, it's a unique sieve at the. It's a unique sieve, no? Like how can they have like good naval army? That's surprising. How good are Shokunu versus ship? Not as good. I mean, keep in mind that in this game, guys, ship are super strong. Like a lot of HP, a lot of damage. Like ship is like really insane. And yeah, now it's getting tougher and tougher for Khosrau to come back. I mean, once he will lose this castle, he will lose the only defense that protect his economy. And it's not like Chinese is the best sieve on the long run. Now, or a lot of demo. Maybe demo can bring this back, actually. This will buy a lot of time for Khosrau. Like, killing the siege will buy a lot of time. He's going demos only. Oh! One demos got converted and explode to the all the other one actually. That's what happened. More demos coming. Maybe you can have a big bada boom. That's a good one. But we need more, and we are losing. We are losing the trebs for Khosrau actually. Little by little, we are trying to claim back the map control. Side are still empty. Maybe you can try to expand on the side. But the thing is, Alexios is going in from Khosrau, and Khosrau should be really good. Still looking rough for Khosrau, but keep in mind that we do have 4 relics. 3 relics? We lost one? No, 4th. The 4th one is there. We still have... Oh, maybe he can blow up the cannon galleon? Oh, boom. That was a good one. Still a good one. I mean, we need to build some galleon for Khosrau. Like on the long term, only demos won't be enough. Trying to go for some raid, but for now it's not working too much. And still only getting this outside wood. I know he's getting a new one there. About to get denied though. And this castle is getting pushed. This castle is getting pushed. Are we producing galleon? We do. Actually, so maybe it's time for Khosrau to come back on water. If Khosrau win this one, it will be like a redemption game. Like, he was so behind since the feudal age. He was like just turtling all the castle age. Then he tried to turtle all the imp. And he's just starting to claim back the water at 50 minutes. But still, if this castle falls, that's a big problem, right? We need to take back the water really fast. Doesn't manage to claim the water back really fast, he might lose the game. If this castle fall, I think it will be complicated for Mr. Khosrau. He's trying to convert one cannon galleon actually. The castle fall, ballistic just in, still no bracer, still no chemistry. That looking rough for Khosrau. He's trying to deny this castle actually, but Alexios managed to fast wall the Ville. I mean, this castle will take some time to go up. Are we pushing back? No, we are not. Still more boat for Alexios. And I think he will have a better production too. And the GG is called for Khosrau, and actually Alexios going for the 3-1, and Alexios gonna have like 3 game to close the set. Alexios gonna have 3 game to close this set, guys. Wow. Viper is losing potentially to Leary, I would say. But not China is losing to Magyars. That's not looking good at all. If you were there, guys, yesterday, I explained the draft. I was working a draft, basically. And the earlier you pick a sieve, the better you think the sieve is for this map pool, basically. So Khosrau losing with China leads Korea. Like he already used his first 4 sieves. 3 sieves, sorry. What did he use else? He used Dravidians, he lost. Star won. So basically Khosrau used his top 3 sieves in his draft already. And his 5th one as well. And he needs to win like 3 games in a row now. So he needs to win with his Byzantine, Aztec, Gorgias, or Slav. He needs to win with one of them. While Alexios only needs 1 win. And he still has his top sieve. So if Mongols is as good as Alexios thinks they are, he should be able to close this set thanks to the Mongols. But let's see. We saw him using Mongols on Bay the last time. Let's see if he will use them on Bay this time. What's gonna be the next map? Poop. It's gonna be Bay. It's gonna be Bay. And so maybe that's gonna be a key one, because I mean that has to be a key one. That's a match point. But if Khosrau wins versus the Mongols of Alexios potential, then Alexios will be like, damn, I'm winning 3-2, but I don't have my best save. It just beat it. Maybe it can be like, it can reverse the mental aspect of this game between both of our players. Khosrau is Sebas or maybe Viper. Khosrau is Viper according. In Mudflow, he lost due to the extreme greed. He fell so far behind because of it. I mean, the thing with this type of play is like he opened a dock. The opening was making a dock. So from the moment he made a dock, he decided to go for a certain opening, right? And if you open with a dock, it's not greedy to not make army behind. The idea is your opponent went scout before you, so your opponent is ahead in the army lead. And actually Bay is Gorgias versus Mongols. Khosrau is going for the counter pick. I like this actually. But it's like he was one step behind. He was one step behind every. It was one step behind every part of the feudal and castle age. So he couldn't really catch up this one step because it was a military step kind of. So he cannot produce, like he needs to all in it. Like if he wants to as some military to contest Alexios' domination on the military aspect, he need to invest heavily in the military, right? And investing heavily into the military is, in Age of Empire, a huge risk. When you know Viper, Viper is not taking too much risk. Viper likes to have the control over his gameplay. So instead of going for a heavy military production, he decided to go into the natural flow of the game, which was greeding it to Castle Age. Like, if it was Sito would have gone for heavy military production. That depends of the style, right? Mongols such a Viper pick? No. Mongols could be anyone's pick. But Gujarat, guys. Why Gujarat is a good pick? You gotta think like, what the hell is cooking Khosrau on this one? Actually, he's not cooking anything. Like Khosrau probably. Wait, let me make the prediction before. So Alexios won game 1. Won this game, the last game, sorry. Yes. And let's see for next one. The next one gonna be Khosrau or Alexios could be the match point. So Gourjaras, guys, you are like thinking like, okay, Gourjaras, that's a GL player. He has been burning the kitchen. What the hell is good? Actually, not. I'm gonna tell you why. What was Khosrau way? Like, what was Khosrau thinking to pick Mongols? That's pretty. Like, to pick Gourjaras. My bad. The day has been long, okay? So it's easy. Gourjaras is a Civ win versus Mongols. So when he saw Alexios playing Mongols on Bay, he was like, okay, he's going for Mongols on Bay. I wanted Italians probably on Bay. We saw a lot of players speaking Italians on Bay. But Alexios picked Italians as well for Island. So he was like, okay, Italians and Mongol are off the board. Why? Or like, what Civ could I go for? And actually, going for a counter Civ is actually not a bad idea. Okay, he will lose the water pretty fast because he doesn't have any bonus to play water. But in the late game, playing like EV Camel, EV Gourjaras Camel could counter almost every options of for the Mongols. So that should be this. That's what Khosrau think. That was why he picked Gourjaras on this one. Italians was off the board. Mongol was off the board as well. He was like, okay, I cannot compete for water. What should be my best option here? Gourjaras is decent in that game and it counters Mongol pretty well. That's the idea. Honestly, I don't know what Alexios can do against Gourjaras. He can go for Pike. He can go for Pike Onager. That's the play there. Mongols only have one option if it goes to late game. It's Pike Onager. Pike Siege Onager. Or maybe Lancer Siege Onager, but it's gonna be really gold intensive, so I would say Pike Siege Onager is the play for the ball. He's going for a fast feudal. He's going fast feudal dock. He's like think going this fast will be enough. But we saw that this Mongol build order was insanely fast and insanely good. Like he'll go like for like the difference is thanks to the Mongol bonus, he's able to go for a dock, 2 fish, and be still up faster than Gourjaras. That's crazy. This build order from the Mongol player is crazy actually. Yeah, it's gonna be double dock. I mean, if he wants to contest the water, he needs to go for double dock. He cannot go for one dog versus one dog because he will lose because he's up later. Is he gonna go for a second dock? Yeah. Second dock for Khosrau. One lumber camp, he doesn't have any choice, I mean. And what's gonna be the answer from Alexios? I mean, Alexios doesn't know about this double dock. Look at Khosrau. He took this fight intentionally to avoid Alexios from seeing the dock. Looks like a details, but check that. Alexios can expect a second dock, but he's not sure about it. So maybe he could get baited by that. But he will go for a second dock. He wants to make sure his fish are alive. I actually don't know about the second dock. Yeah. Good work. Alexios is not gonna expect that. I mean, yeah. I mean, we saw this build order multiple times, but most of the time it was like when you get like Italians versus another Civ or things like that. Like going for this type of build order with a staller Civ, we never saw that. And now, as I said, the second dock is surprising Alexios. Didn't expect this. That's well played by Khosrau. Well, the thing is, Khosrau still playing without a fish. So Khosrau will be behind economically wise, but this demo can be... Oh boy. Oh. Oh. Just go for it. Okay, that was greedy to go for them, but I mean... You gotta go for them. I mean, that's too juicy. Like, look at them. Don't tell me you don't want to explode in their face. I wish I was a demo to be able to explode. Alexios do have loom though. He does have loom. I mean, okay, dude. You wish you could explode? Or I mean, if you said a sentence like that, it looks sus, but like the way I said it, it was looking romantic. Almost romantic. I'm calling the police. 1 million idle TC for Khosrau. Was a good demo by Khosrau. I mean, the problem doing that for Khosrau is that he doesn't have fish, so he won't be able to have. He won't be able to have as much as Alexios. My bad. Actually, he's winning the water though. So it's not GG. I was like, he lost a veal there. He has no fish and he's losing the water, but at the end, he managed to win the water. He's having like a decent economy thanks to the geese being garrisoned in the mill. And I mean, it doesn't look that good, but it looks decent. To compare at what was Khosrau position like 2 minutes ago, it looks more than decent. And Alexios is giving up on the water idea actually. So maybe Khosrau can just catch up the economy discrepancy thanks to the fish book. We do have 6 farm versus like 4. The geese plus the fish. I think Khosrau is in a decent position. Like he will be able to catch up with the water and it should be a decent position to be for Gourjaras. Because keep in mind that Gourjaras late game should be way better than the Mongol one. I mean, it's gonna be weird to play Mongols in late game versus. I think there is still some army composition that could be decent, like with Onager Pike, something like this. But it's gonna be tricky, right? Because I think Gourjaras do have like decent monks in. I mean, that could be a bit tricky and that could be really expensive as well and really complicated to set up. So I do think at the end of the day, Khosrau is in a really decent. Both are about to click up. Oh, actually, Khosrau is a bit far to click up. Blacksmith and a market for Alexios. Alexios gonna balance his economy buying some food. Still adding fish for Khosrau. If Khosrau doesn't click up too late and with a market he should be able to click up in a timing, I think Khosrau is in a good position in this matchup. If you consider that Mongols is the first pick of Alexios, that we are playing on Alexios' home map, and that Khosrau is like 1 game away from being eliminated, you remember the opening, I have to say, like, Khosrau couldn't imagine being in a better spot. Like, he's in a decent spot for his opening. He has to be happy. Castle Age timing gonna hit R? No, I don't think so. I think actually gonna click up just in it, finish it. Like, he will be late by a minute maximum, I would say. And it's not like Alexios has a big army or has a crossbow timing or is about to spam lancers, right? We saw Alexios playing the previous round, like just adding, like casually adding like 40 suddenly and going for the really greedy approach. And I actually think that doing that versus Gourjar might be a mistake. I mean, maybe he has a plan, maybe he wants to play the Onager comp I was talking about earlier, but otherwise, going for the full boom versus the Gourjaras is maybe not the best idea considering the long-term matchup. But we'll see what he's gonna go for, but it doesn't look like he wants to go aggressive. It's gonna be like 1 TC there, 1 TC there potentially. Well, he doesn't have the map control and the camel is running around, so maybe it will go like 4 TCs inside, which is not the best, because he won't have a lot of space to expand. We saw also in the previous round that not expanding could snowball hard. Like if your opponent comes forward like Gajamada versus Vasco da Gama earlier, and then push with Siege, it could like be deadly. But he will take some risk. He will go for this stone at least. And it's gonna be 1 extra TC, it's gonna be good upgrade. Gave up on water. He's gonna go for a 30 TC. But only 2 extra TCs for Alexios. He's gonna boom. And let's see what's gonna go Khosrau. Khosrau gonna go for a stable. I like this. I mean, now that he has the water, and still a lot of food on the fish. So now that he has the water, he can maybe invest into some control map thanks to the fish while booming. I hate this thing, by the way. I mean, make it in front of the stone maybe, or there would have been better, like this one. You cannot, you can afford like 1 to 5 farms maximum. That's not the best TC I saw in my life. Clearly one there would be better, especially that he has the map control. So when you do have the map control, you can move out like peacefully, like you're fine. Yeah, maybe he was expecting like maybe he could have like maybe Alexios could have like some crossbow hidden in his back, something like that. So I mean, when you are in the semi-final of a tournament, you are never enough like careful about your moves, I guess. So that should explain this thing maybe. He's investing into some Shrimvacha raids, into some rider. Let's call them the riders, you know. Because this Shrimvamsha, I mean, I enjoy Indian food, but I don't enjoy Indian name too much. Sorry, Dragon Star, bro, but your name is just way too hard for me to pronounce them. Trying CA for Alexios would be a mistake. I mean, CA is a super expensive unit, so it really slows down your boom. It wants to go for the economy as well. And the thing is, in late game, Shrimvacha and Camel will just own you. Stacking wood in the barracks could be a small 3DC boom into fast team. It could, yeah. Could. I mean, the thing with Shrimvacha Rider is that it's decent. Like, they will tank some arrow and some volley from the CA, but they won't. They do not have the best. They do not deal the best damage to the enemy CA, right? So I see the riders like a unit that cannot be killed, but cannot kill anything too. Like weird. Like this unit have such a such a low armor. What the hell is he doing? He's having fun splitting them right now. I don't see this killing anything. I think he's just trying to spot some. And actually that could work. There is 2 scouts actually. No light cav in though. I mean he will see that fast. Okay, now delete him. Okay, I think he will bring back the Shrimvacha Rider. That's risky, right? Need to jump on 4 morks. I think he won't go for it. Add light cavs in, he could go for it. Without light cav, he just cannot. He's looking for Alexiosville taking food. Yeah, for sure. Looking for some build. Enjoying the Ibex. 450 for Khosrau as well. Khosrau having like a decent boom. Same for Alexios. Alexios not being too far from the impact. I mean, he just queued up a ton of deal and cards. He should have a really good economy. But right now, Khosrau is missing. Wow, that's kinda big. Oh, Khosrau wants to spam in Castle Age. Looks going for the upgrade. Like Khosrau wants to just flood Camel and Shrimvacha Riders on the Castle Age. That's his plan, I guess. But the thing is, Alexios is not that far from the imp, from clicking imp, and he will be able to build the castle soon. There we go. So and his base is pretty well protected. I mean, this side is just cannot break in, and this TC is vulnerable. But except this one you have a castle on it. This one is fairly protected by the castle as well. So I don't know. Maybe Khosrau thinks he wants the map control to be able to at one point drop a castle forward and start shredding down Alexios' castle to avoid the Margougou play. But I mean, I don't know. Yeah, he definitely wants to flood. Wants to flood the battlefield for sure. He is grabbing the second, the third. Where is the 4th relic actually? The 4th is there. And yeah, looks like he will get all the relic at least. Seed shop for Khosrau, he definitely want to push hard. He's waiting for his castle to go for the unique tech. The unique tech will make all his units cheaper on the food cost. Not sure what are we doing for Khosrau right now. Idle time 7 seconds is crazy. For Alexios, I think you were saying. Well played, Wayne. He's going for armored elephant, but he's not spamming as well. I think he's waiting for his castle to spam, but his castle might. I mean, the castle plus the unique tech might come too late at the end. I mean, he made 3 stable. Going for a forward castle. Going for the +2 now. And he's still not, and we are still not producing army for Khosrau. That's surprising. I mean, now if Alexios realized that late game composition should be based on pike first, he should be in a good position. He can just trap this down, have his spike, and then he goes for onager, I guess. I mean, that's not gonna be easy for Alexios to defend this. But he's up, and he has a really good timing. Finally, Khosrau deciding to put the battlefield. He won't wait for the unique tech. I think that's a really good idea. Waiting for the unique tech would take way too long. And now he's starting to put some units. Some Shrimpachas coming. Alexios using his monks to try to convert the enemy unit. This castle should go up easily. And I think Khosrau will queue up the unique tech right away. At least if he wants to kill flute. I mean, his opponent is up now. So his opponent managed to build a second castle like in range of Khosrau castle. Might be able to trap this down and to push this back. 3 relics for 4 relics for Khosrau actually versus 1. The long run that's gonna be better for Khosrau, and let's see.
God! Oh my
Oh
god!
boy. Thanks Dozerio. Thanks Dozerto. Thanks for the raid actually, Dozerto. You had a good stream. Welcome everyone. I'm casting the HiddenCup 5 semi-final between Khosrau and Alexios. Khosrau might be Viper and Alexios might be Leary or Art, but it's HiddenCup, so stay humble. Kshatriyas being researched for Khosrau, so I definitely want to flood the battlefield with unit. That's gonna make all his unit like on the food cost. Raiding party, enjoy. Thank you so much for the raid. Why not MBL? Who, Alexios? I mean, Otto has to be MBL, right? Otto is not MBL. I don't know. I don't know why I'm still watching AoE. It means I don't know anything about this game. Otto has to be MBL. Okay, Alexios is trying to maybe kill this Mangonel. He do have Bracer, he do have Chemistry, and he's pushing back this. Like, Khosrau is trying to buy time, taking Masonry, making a lot of upgrade. He wants to flood in Castle Age. Khosrau wants to flood Castle Age, why not? Trying to break in at some point. I think if he breaks in, he should be in a good position in this game, but as long as he doesn't break in, he's in trouble. And look like Alexios is just going for Mongudai Pike. I talked about how good could be the pikeman in this matchup. I don't think Mongudai is that good of a unit, but I think for now he doesn't have that best economy. So he's going for Mongudai first, and I think that's a like Mongudai will be good as long as Khosrau doesn't have like fully upgraded camel. Mongudai will make the job. Will be insanely good. And yeah, looks like Khosrau is just being pushed back. He managed to click up now, but I mean, I was not sure about this Castle Age flood, and I think I was right. That was not the best idea at the end of it. We are clicking up now, but 2 minutes before him, like Bracer, Mongudai that are getting surrounded. Okay, they managed to sneak out of this Kimbacha mass. Now looks like Alexios is in a good position. I mean, if he's adding more pike, he will be able to just constantly push forward, probably kill this little base from Khosrau, and that should be a good opening for him in him. He's going for Elite Mongolai. Okay, why not going Elite Mongolai? I mean, Khosrau at this point, he needs to go for Skirm. He needs to go for Skirm. Khosrau not going for Skirm, but just flooding Shrimbacha. I mean, even in him. I mean, I don't think Elite Shrimbacha kills Spike. Like, Khosrau definitely needs to go into some Skirm. If he's not going Skirm, I think that's gonna be a problem. Your face when when the reveal will show Ganji and Sebastian in the final? I mean, if that's the case, GG to them. Like, they baited me, they baited everyone, and they won a HiddenCup. But I think the chance of this happening still for Rolex, but we are getting pushed back, and we are still not going into terms. I mean, I'm not sure why we are not going into terms. I mean, relying on Kumbachas only is definitely something that is decent in this matchup, but he has to take in consideration that there is Spike on the field. Not going Skirm is definitely a mistake. Okay, he's going into some raid. I do like this idea though. And he's going into fletching, so it looks like he wants to go... Maybe it's just to upgrade his castle, but right now it's looking really bad for Khosrau. Looking extremely bad for Khosrau. And still no Skirm on the field. I think if he had like 30 Skirm right now, he could potentially push this back, but now... I mean, now he just doesn't have any Skirm. He will try to clean this at one point, but I don't see how he can clean this. Only add like 26 Shrimbacha, that's a good number, but that's not like 60 of them. 60 on foot is no joke, yeah. I mean, I think Usar might trade better versus Spikeman than Shrimbacha. I mean, Shrimbacha does have 0 armor. They have 0 melee armor, so they are trading as well as Usar. But Usar does have more HP, I believe. Or almost the same. But they do not cost gold at least. Okay, looks like Alexios wants to engage. Looks like Khosrau wants to engage, sorry. Let's see the bikemate. The bikemate doesn't have the best upgraded. Oh, they're... Oh, that's a massacre. Is it a massacre though? I mean, they will struggle to kill the pike, but... I mean, that's a very bad... Oh, that was a very bad engage for Khosrau. Yeah, I don't see... Like, we needed Skirm for sure. Like, Skirm... If Khosrau had Skirm earlier, the fight would take place like there, for example. Then he doesn't lose everything. And he has time to build something else. Now, he's just fully committed into some... Actually, Elephant Archer could be insane as well. Elephant Archer could be insane. Once again, Onager is the only thing Alexios can build. Like, now it's just too late. Like, Khosrau will just die to this. Mongolai is going in. I'm just gonna kill everything. Now, we do not have time to go for proper Skirm transition. The Skirm transition was way too late, and now our opponent already has the counter already. So, looking really rough for Khosrau. That's very sad because I was a Viper fan. I'm still cheering for Viper when Viper is in final, let's say. And yeah. I think we are watching Viper being eliminated from this one. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think we are watching Viper versus Leary and the final gonna be Era versus Leary. That's my guess. Viper should keep out of green. No. I mean, I think that's Leary Viper. Viper picked green to sit on the color of his opponent, which was Leary. He was like, I think I'm playing versus Leary. I want to be like funny, annoying versus him. I'm gonna sit on green. Finally, Skirm transition is coming. That's too late though. We already... Is it too late? Yeah, I think it's too late. Like, Usar are coming. We have Elite Mongolai on the way. At any moment, Alexios gonna be like, wait, if I go Onager, this game takes end on the spot. Like, this game is won on the spot if I go Onager. Because then Onager will be able to absolutely nuke the camel, nuke the Skirm, and the Shrimbacha Rider just don't trade well versus Camel and Usar. So yeah, he won't resign with the Leagues that early. Yeah. Won't resign that early, but I mean, he still get a good matchup, still get a decent economy, and he still get relics. That's absolutely playable, but he's just one step or two behind on the military transition. And he gonna struggle. Oh, this food line, bro. Oh god. That's like when you come back on your economy and you have like 30 fields idle and you have no wood left where they were chopping wood, you're like, oof, that's no bueno for my economy. And yeah, I was talking about being one step behind on the economy, and unfortunately, look like on the military transition, and look like this one step behind transition military speaking, gonna just kill him now. Like, Elite Mongodai will just destroy the elite camels, and the mid shield of Komnenos is good enough to hold versus anything Khosrau can do right now. And this is just like the only gold Khosrau do have access to right now. He cannot leave it, otherwise he cannot produce any unit, and looks like it might be the GG soon. I don't think Khosrau is able to push this back, and Khosrau will lose to Alexios 4-1 in this set. Looking like this. Yeah. And the GG is called. Forward for Alexios. Alexios is going in the final of HiddenCup 5, guys.